Brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter. Mornings at the Cabin.
The mornings are dark, Jill. We all know it. It's dark outside. I'm looking at it right now. There is no sun. It is minus 1.5, 7:02 in the morning. Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter with you post-Thanksgiving. No blues. Just a lovely weekend. I managed to spend it at Noel's for a few days and played a little VR, ate a lot of food. Just kind of relaxed. Actually, just enough time to relax and then come on back to work.
Yeah.
That's not get full relaxation. Because here's the thing: when you're in a house full of family, you don't really get a lot of time alone.
No,
which is part of relaxing.
And you got to be on your best behavior.
Oh no, you don't. No, not in this house.
Oh,
you guys should really come down.
All right.
They do not give a hoot. It's great.
Lovely.
It's great. No, it's wonderful. It's actually one of my favorite places to go. Chance to relax. My mom's cooking constantly. And it's just a really cool place. They live on this acreage, 6 acres. Half of it's covered by trees. The other half is covered by stuff that her father has recovered from film sets. So there's this old church that he's converted into a pool hall. He built a tree house. There's an old house from another show that he used to way back in the lot. There's a little bat house that bats nest in over the summer. There's a great big garage and a great big yard for the cats that also live there.
So you're saying our collection of old Arctic Winter Games stuff it falls behind slightly?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a wonderful weekend. How was yours? 20 seconds.
It's great.
Great. Ollie?
Really nice.
Oh, good. The thing I was really excited about as we turned on, a 97 Yamaha 250 Bravo Transporter short track is on sale in Yellowknife Classifieds.
I understand literally none of that.
It's $2,500, which is a little bit much, Carson, but that's fun.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Tuesday morning post-Thanksgiving. I wanted to get into it a little bit more. You guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I got into mine. I just let loose. How was your Thanksgiving, Lekter?
Lovely.
Yeah?
Perfect.
What'd you guys say? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Nothing amiss.
Although we only did one dinner.
One dinner.
One dinner and then leftovers. You know how you like to have the perfect Thanksgiving is usually one dinner on like the Saturday night and then a follow-up dinner on the Sunday night.
Saturday night's the best night to have it.
Yeah, you can't do it Monday. Well, you can do it Monday, but you feel like you don't have the extra day.
That's right. You need that extra day to digest.
Yeah.
That's right. So we did ours on Saturday night as well.
Yeah.
And then we ate like leftovers for breakfast and leftovers for dinner. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, when you don't get invited to someone else's dinner.
Oh, give me a break. Because if you guys didn't have invites, you were probably beating them away with turkey legs.
No.
No?
No.
Well, the tide has turned.
No turkey legs.
No, I feel that way too. Like, especially if you go to somebody's house and then you didn't make the dinner yourself, so you're not entitled to any of those leftovers.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll give you a plate, but it's just a plate.
Yeah.
I want to be able to nosh on that stuff for the next 2 days.
You're also not taxed with cleaning them up.
Yeah, I don't find that taxing because you need to do something to work off that meat.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, need to keep yourself awake somehow.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah,
oh,
I see.
So nice. Ollie?
Yep,
Thanksgiving?
Saturday night.
Yep.
Beautiful Thanksgiving dinner.
How many dinners did you get invited to?
I was invited to 3 and I attended 2.
There you go. Very nice.
Wow.
Well, let's chalk that up on the old board for most
yeah.
popular cabin radio person.
Ollie, you win again. Well done.
Well done.
What can I say? Yeah, it's really nice. And I prepared honey balsamic sprouts, which I was very proud of.
Very nice.
I see why you got invited to 3.
Yeah.
Well done.
They were all right, actually. They were all right. The pumpkin pie that I tried to make on Saturday, however, was not.
Uh-oh.
But the sprouts were all right. So, that always makes up for it. People are like, you know how they are. They're like, they're kind of disappointed about the pie, but they're just glad the sprouts were okay.
Right. Yeah.
Someone was brutally honest with you. Listen, the pie was disappointing.
Were you trying to make pumpkin pie from scratch? Or
yeah, did you make it?
They just use the filling.
Yeah,
use
the filling. I've never been able to do it. My pumpkin pies always turn out just...
Yeah, it was a little bit... It had trouble
staying
remembering its status as a pie. So it occasionally was more into being a crumble.
Okay, very nice.
But pumpkin crumble.
That'd be nice.
That could be okay.
Oh, it was still very tasty.
With chunks of real pumpkin.
It just would not have fooled anybody into thinking it was a pie.
Right.
I don't think... Well, I think pumpkin pie kind of falls in that category anyway. It doesn't usually seem like it just seems like a big tart.
But if you cut a slice of it... But it's if you cut a slice of pumpkin pie, you can actually cut a slice of it. With this, you kind of more need to drink some of it.
No, there you go. Yeah. That's usually my issue as well. Phoenix's brother's partner made pumpkin cheesecake. which
that sounds tasty.
Fantastic. So good.
Very nice.
And here we are just talking about food and thanks-taking, as some people have taken to calling it. Ooh. You know, because of the genocide.
Right. I was going to say, we never really got into that.
No, we didn't.
Well, I mean, we were a lot more cheery about Thanksgiving this year.
Straight up, people across a lot of the states and in Canada are just calling it a Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, right? Because especially in the States, it's always been kind of like, oh, the Pilgrims and the Indigenous peoples got together and they all had a great meal. And when it was really more like the Indigenous people showed them how to grow stuff in this new environment, and then they killed them all.
Yeah. So what is the Canadian one?
I don't know.
The harvest.
Harvest. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Happy Harvest would be a good way to say it, or Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Most people, well, not most people, but a lot of people just kind of steering away from Thanksgiving. Although if you just take it as the word, it's just a weekend to give thanks, which coincides with harvest, obviously. Yeah. But just a weekend to, get together with your family and be like, hey, I'm thankful for having you guys around.
Well, I thought we were having the full-on war on Thanksgiving launched across the table here, but he seemed to back off at the end.
No, I have no problem with getting together and having a good meal. Well, and that's really what it's.
Who can really object to that?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. I mean, if you want to get into it, we can. Well, I did mention genocide twice. That's 3 times.
You don't need any more wars.
We didn't get into it, but I did mention the whole that whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's why people are kind of like, Thanksgiving, thanks. Well, because this weekend in the States, it's Columbus Day. Yes. Most people are just like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Do they get a day off for that?
They do. Yeah.
Well, you can get behind that, right?
Yeah. So, some states do. I don't know if all the states do, but some states do get a day off for Columbus discovering America.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So Americans still really buying into that whole propaganda of our country was discovered by this guy, and then we just kind of manifest destiny all over the place, and then that's how great Americans are, because that's what we did. That's basically it. And then in a few weeks I saw a commercial for Black Canadian Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Or Canadian Black Friday. And it's like,
Well, we just do the same thing. Did we have a different Black Friday now?
No, but I mean, we'll do sales on American
earlier.
Yeah. Was it this?
Ours is a month earlier, and no one cares. But even on American Black Friday, Canadians are lining up and kind of very, very politely go through the doors and be like, "I'd like an Xbox 360."
Yeah, where's the brawls?
Yeah, where's the brawls?
Come on,
that's what I'd like
Canada.
to see. For goodness sake. Anyway,
do you even want that TV at half price?
There we go. Thanksgiving. Our conversation devolved into just crapping all over things. I hope everyone out there had a wonderful weekend with family, and you were able to get together and have a nice meal and be with people that you really cared about. That's what the weekend's about, and about harvest, and about celebrating Indigenous peoples in this country, for goodness sake.
And we get to do all that same stuff again in 2 months.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast, where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Best funeral ever. You know what? When I die, I want people to say that about my funeral. Best funeral ever. Couldn't get over it. Catering was wonderful. The spot they picked was just gorgeous. Everybody had a great time.
Couldn't be happier to send that guy off.
That's right. Well, that would be good, right? I mean, a celebration of life.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after a long illness. And this is what happened to this guy in Ireland. He had a long illness, so they knew it was coming. Right? This guy named Shea Bradley. So he got together with some friends, and he didn't tell everybody about this. He told some people. So as they're lowering his coffin into the ground, bagpipe music is playing, as it is wont to do in an Irish funeral. Mm-hmm. It was funny, though, because I was watching the video, and there's subtitles. It says melancholy bagpipe music. And I thought to myself, is there any other kind of bagpipe music other than melancholy?
Yeah. Maybe the AC/DC kind.
But even then, I'm still like,
bagpipes.
Yeah, there's still pangs of sadness.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So, but I thought this was really funny, and this is obviously, it's been shared 500,000 times and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, so everyone's talked about this already.
Everyone's talked about this already.
Oh, okay.
Which is why it's on a radio show. But so they're lowering the coffin in, the bagpipe music starts to play, and all of a sudden a recording of him starts going, hello? Let me out of here!
Oh my God.
Where am I? Let me out! It's dark in here! Is that a priest I can hear? This is Shay, I'm in the box!
Is it too late for confessional?
And it says right at the end, he says right at the end, no, I'm in leaping front of you. I'm dead. And then he begins to sing, hello again, hello, I just called to say goodbye.
Oh.
Which is awesome.
It's so tacky, but
it's
so wonderful.
Tacky. But if you funerals obviously a very it's a mournful time, and they're usually pretty sad. Depending on the circumstances around the death. But I have a long-born illness of a person, and I always thought about this for myself because I think about myself dying like just constantly. Not constantly. Every once in a while.
In new and more exciting ways every time?
Most days. No, but like if I had a long illness and I was prepared to go.
Right.
This is something I would want.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want like a mournful, like everybody dressed in black in a church, definitely not in a church, getting together and everyone just like, oh, it's really sad and everything. It's just like I want people to like be like, I remember the time that he did this, or like play some songs, or I don't know, it's just something, a celebration.
Yeah, and you want to play a prank on them.
I don't want to play a prank on them.
My final act.
Well, that's right. If I had a long-standing illness, like knowing I was going to go a month before that, I'd just be like, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah,
and then just tell everybody.
Yeah,
and then come back, and then die.
I mean, it's your funeral.
That's right.
You can do whatever you want with
I will do whatever I want.
You should be given the option.
That's right.
To have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean, like playing Dust in the Wind is kind of tacky at a funeral.
Yes, it is.
If we're going in the spectrum of tacky, may as well go with funny tacky than sad, sappy.
I will say this right now. If anybody plays Amazing Grace at my funeral, they can go to hell. I'm telling you that right now. I'm sick of hearing Amazing Grace.
What about Hallelujah?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. Right. Well, is the Katie Lang version from the 2010 opening ceremony?
Whichever version you want, buddy.
Okay. Well, there's like dozens. You know what? Actually, you know what? No Amazing Grace, but every version of Hallelujah ever done by different artists. Just play that on repeat.
Loop. Yeah.
Just a big old loop. People are like, is it playing Hallelujah again? I like the song, but Jesus, it's terrible.
Here's a reminder of how exhausting I could be at times.
Or just play Rants from here.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like, here's a good one from last October. Yeah, think about funerals. Terrible.
Before the eulogy, the Wheel of Time.
The Wheel of Time. Here's the thing about eulogies. They're stupid. So, I would want my funeral to be an absolute celebration with a few pranks thrown in there.
Yeah, I like that.
That would be great.
Yeah, that one's taken now.
Yeah, that one is taken. So, instead of that, have a viewing, right? So you've got the wake, and the coffin's there, and then just have someone come out of it, like literally, just open the door and be like, "Boo!" I think that would be awesome because I'm going to get cremated. There's not going to be a coffin.
Well, all right.
Shot into space.
If I'm lucky enough to be alive after you, I'll be prepared for that. I guess.
Be prepared.
It sounds scary.
It's coming. A few years, probably. Yeah. Just put me, put my ashes into a rock. Throw it into the bottom of McLeod Bay. That's what I want. There it is. It's on the record.
Well, that's not fun.
Well, no, but that's at the end.
Oh, God.
You got to get out there.
Okay.
You have to kayak out there to McLeod Bay and dump a huge rock with my ashes in it. There you go. Have fun with that.
Scenes on the cabin.
Hello, Reagan. I'm a friend of your mother. I'd like to help you.
Am I loosen these straps, then?
I'm afraid you might hurt yourself, Reagan.
I'm not Reagan.
I see. Well, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Damien Karras.
And I'm the devil. Now kindly undo these straps.
If you're the devil, why not make the straps disappear?
That's much too vulgar a display of power, Karras.
Where's Reagan?
In here, with us.
Show me Reagan, and I'll loosen one of the straps.
Can you help an old altar boy, Father?
Your mother's in here too with us, Karras. Would you like to leave a message? I'll be sure that she gets it.
If that's true, then you must know my mother's maiden name. What is it? What is it?
Scenes from the cabin.
Know the movie? Submit your guess to mailbox@cabinradio.ca or send us a message on Facebook for your chance to win gift certificates to some awesome Yellowknife restaurants, including the Monkey Tree Pub and Steak Restaurant, the Woodyard Brewhouse and Eatery, Flavor Trader, Copperhouse Eatery and Lounge, or Javaroma. Listen to Cabin Radio every weekday to win, or download the Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
One thing we do on long weekends is we usually, when we do scenes from the cabin, we have to make 2 on the Friday, right? Because we're not going to be here on the Monday. So
we're supposed to.
We're supposed to.
It's the way we've set ourselves up.
That's right. And we didn't do it We didn't do it this past weekend. So this, I think you had the best. You had the best idea for this, that is to do double prizes.
Well, and so that was a very anticlimactic build.
It was, very much so. Sorry, I'm distracted by this thing over here that I don't know how to use yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're still learning.
That's right.
Here. As most
tired, Lekter. I'm tired, man.
Oh, fair enough. Long Thanksgiving.
That's right.
As most cabin listeners know.
That's right.
We do a little contest every morning.
Yes.
Monday to Friday called Scenes from the Cabin.
Scenes from the Cabin.
But of course, almost every month, we have a Monday generally off.
Yeah.
And we forget stuff around here from time to time. And
we're volunteers after all.
Up until now, we've been reasonably good with remembering to record 2 scenes from the cabin on Friday so that we can run the one on the Friday morning and then one on the Monday morning when we're not actually here.
Without having to come in.
We've forgotten once or twice.
Yes.
This weekend, I didn't actually forget. It may surprise you to know. But I don't see the sense in building this up anymore because you already know the end conclusion. We're thinking now, rather than trying to remember every long weekend to record 2 scenes on the Friday, we're just going to do on the Tuesday when we come back a double prize day.
All right, double prizes!
Hey, that's right, Sid.
That's the thing that derailed the entire break.
Totally.
Was me trying to record that.
Totally worth it.
Oh, totally worth it.
Well done. We don't have enough Toy Story references on here.
Lord.
Although we've already done that scene from the cabin.
That's
Not
right.
that scene, but
That's not
movie.
scene. That's right.
Of course, you know how Scenes from the Cabin works.
Yes.
Is that we reenact a scene from a movie. You guess what movie we're reenacting a scene from.
And reenact so well that you can barely tell the difference between that and the actual scene.
Sometimes. Although, I watched Silence of the Lambs yesterday for the first time. Mm-hmm. My Jodie Foster is not great.
Good. Not good. My Hannibal Lecter, spot on.
Dead ringer.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think of that?
It was all right.
Oh, shut up. God. It only won Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Screenplay. Like it won the Big 5. It's one of the only films to win the Big 5.
I mean, we have some slow years.
You know what? It's one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It won so many awards.
Best movie.
All right, double prizes!
That's right.
Did it win double prizes?
It won so many.
Wow.
How dare you, sir? What didn't you like about it?
It's just a bit slow moving.
It's slow moving.
Yeah.
But it's intentionally slow moving.
I mean, fair enough. Like with for what the story is, I don't know how you can necessarily speed it up. Really,
well, more car chases and explosions.
Wow.
Apparently.
I mean, like one explosion would be great.
There was explosive acting.
There was explosive acting. That's true. It was really good. I think not that it is aged badly or anything, but the age we're in now, it just felt like I was watching a longer episode of Criminal Minds. Kind of.
Okay, I can see.
You know what I mean?
I can totally see that. Yeah. Because it's copied so much, like Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, and all these other things.
Yeah.
And Criminal Minds and all these things. How to Get Away with Murder is a TV show. And even Hannibal itself, the TV show, has borrowed so heavily from the movie.
Absolutely.
But you have to, So in context, it's very much like The Godfather to me, where it's like, I've seen all the movies that this inspired.
Right.
So all these moments don't land with the same sort of impact because it's like, this has been parodied or this has been this.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most parodied and copied movies of all time. Which is one of the reasons it's in that upper echelon. Right?
Yeah. So I mean, you could very much see how the formula of that movie has been duplicated 1,000 times over now. So just me watching it now, years and years and years after it came out, it just I ruined it for myself. Basically,
did you binge watch the entire season of Big Mouth and then watch Silence of the Lambs? Because that'd be a sharp turn
in consecutive weekends.
Oh, there you go.
Not the same weekend.
Oh, you binge watch Silence of the Lambs. Good stuff. Well done. We're gonna get to the point where people are gonna say that I binge watched one movie because they sat there for 2.5 hours. It's tough.
Takes time.
It does.
Exactly 2 hours.
So anyway, Scenes from the Cabin. Scenes from the Cabin Tuesdays after long weekends will now be double prize Scenes from the Cabin.
One more time.
All right, double prizes!
Yeah.
Thank you, Sid. That'll be the last time we ever use that.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
I don't know if you guys know this. We have talked about it a couple times, but we did audition for Family Feud Canada over a month ago, and we've been waiting patiently for a response.
Pretty patiently.
Pretty patiently. I mean, we did call them out a couple of times saying, get off your duffs, Family Feud Canada, and give us an answer. Well, our prayers, and I put prayers in quotes, have been answered. Lekter, you just told me. You didn't tell me.
No.
Because you didn't want me to bury the lead on this one and just completely give it away.
I learned my lessons.
We got a response.
We got a response.
Tell me all about it.
Friday morning.
Yes.
Shortly after AJ and I wrapped up Mornings at the Cabin.
Right before Thanksgiving.
An email dropped on into my inbox.
Ooh.
Family Feud Canada.
Canada.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just going to read the whole email.
Do it.
Just word for word here. Hello. Thank you so much again for joining us at the Family Feud Canada auditions in Yellowknife.
You are welcome.
To say we were completely blown away by the preparation and energy brought by each and every family would be an understatement.
All right.
We hope it was a fun and memorable experience for you and your family and your work family as well.
Yes.
Our team was tasked with the difficult job of narrowing down the almost 600 teams we saw across the country. Unfortunately, as much as we wish we could invite you all, there are a finite number of spots.
Finite. Yeah.
This letter is to inform you and your family you will not be asked to play this season.
Come on. Wow.
Please know this does not mean we don't think you and your family would be a great fit for the show, and your enthusiasm and efforts did not go unnoticed.
Give me a break.
In fact,
oh God,
as mentioned at the auditions, we will hopefully have many more seasons to come, and your family is still being considered for next season. So be sure to tune in.
You had your chance.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the plug. Starting December 16th on CBC. Follow us on social media for updates and check back with us when we put out our next casting call. Kindest regards, Family Feud casting team.
Wait, we have to go through the casting call again? They just said that we were super awesome, and they, by the way, you're still great, even though everyone's still great, even though they didn't make it on the show.
Maybe we get a leg up or something.
Now, do we know if any of the three families... We didn't make it, but do we know if either the Hernandez or the Happy family?
I don't know. It would be worth checking in.
It would be.
Do you follow any of them on social media?
I do.
Anything like that? I haven't seen anything from the
matriarch of the Happy family's number. I got it because we were sure that they were going to get invited. So I got her number as soon as we left.
Okay.
As we were leaving, and I said, "Listen, if you make it in, I'm going to give you a call. You come on the show."
Yeah. Well, let's get in touch. We got to find out.
I will.
I mean, I assume they're going to be releasing promo stuff on their various social media outlets soon. So
I wonder. Yeah,
probably know.
Well, I wonder if they're even allowed to say that they made it.
Oh, that's a good question.
Got the email.
Yeah, we're free. We didn't make it. We can say whatever we want.
That's right. That's right. Well, I don't know what I was expecting, but I am disappointed.
I'm a little disappointed.
There's a lot of buildup there, Lekter. That was a lot of buildup.
We put our hearts into it. I came up with predetermined stupid answers so that we would stand out.
That's right. Those were all planned.
All planned. None of those on the spot.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's disappointing. But it's interesting that they're like, hey, doesn't mean you can't be on season 2. Keep an eye out for another cast. I'm not doing this again. You've seen what we have, what we offer.
It doesn't get any better than what we just gave you.
It can't be.
Maybe they keep like a running tally of people who have already auditioned, and maybe they'll do like Yellowknife dates already, but they'll be like, hey, you 3 families that have already auditioned, we already know what you got. Let's open it up to other families, and something like
we
that.
know what you've got. Let's open it up to other families.
Surely there's something better out there. We'll just promote this a bit more and get more families.
I wonder where we are on the list, because 600 families, they picked like 80 or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to know our final ranking.
I kind of do. I kind of know because if there's a waiting list and like 40 families can't make it.
There's a waiting list, and then there's an outbreak of an incredibly contagious and deadly influenza.
That's right.
We might still make it.
That's right. You never know.
So you're saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance to be on Family Feud Canada.
When Family Feud is actually like the battle for the last remaining food on the continent.
That's right.
Family Food
Canada. That's right. Feud for food. Oh, that's... oh, well.
Well, better luck next time.
We'll get on a game show one of these times.
I think so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Godson, you want to bring back Ice Rage?
Yeah, we'll do that one. And then he'll have like 10 different families, and he'll just be like, unfortunately... You guys,
you didn't.
You just weren't good enough. All right. Well, that's a kick in the knackers for post-Thanksgiving there. Not good enough for Family Feud Canada.
Good to have closure, right?
Yeah. You know what? It still breaks the heart.
Little
but
bit.
you know what? Now I can move forward.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.